Welcome back to Sturge. This is Sturge gallivanting around the Entropia universe. And I ended up here on Next Island. Actually, I specifically wanted to end up here on Next Island because of a new content update. And wow, there's a lot here, a lot going on. I'm specifically going to focus on the Haruspex V.I.P. content here on Next Island. And even more specifically, I'm going to focus on the mining aspect of this update. Specifically, I want to get into the new mining area, allegedly new mining area, and I want to see what that's all about and what kind of resources you can get in there. So to start this mission chain here on Next Island, you come to Tanzanite View, and you come to this area that used to be just a pond, and now they've put a little cart in the back over here, and you're going to run over and talk to Flora. And Flora is going to begin the Haruspex V.I.P. challenge mission chain. And she's just specifically going to ask you, I want you to craft some clothing for me, and then that'll get you in. And then you can get all the other missions and so forth. But first, you got to craft the clothing. And I have done a lot of the legwork already, the acquisition of the blueprints and all of the materials that are needed to craft the specific clothing here. So the pants, vest, shoes, and hat. And that's quite a bit of work. And so I'm cutting that out. But keep in mind, there's a bit of work going to be involved if you were just starting out to want to do this particular mission. Other thing to mention here is Juliana 2 here. You got to make sure you talk to her to get the multi-faction daily missions, and then use those missions actually to get the blueprints you need to begin the crafting. So I'm just going to start going through here, and I'm going to craft these items, 3 of each of these items, and then we'll go back to Flora and see what we get. 2 important things to note here. Flora tells you specifically, don't craft the customizable options. So like the Haruspex Voodoo boots here that have a C in them, don't craft those. Those don't count. And the boots themselves, the Haruspex Voodoo boots, regular, not customizable, are actually the shoes. So you can see that the third thing you need to make is craft shoes. So keep that in mind. No customizable blueprints, and the boots are actually the shoes. Also, you'll note that it says attempt to craft, so you don't actually have to get a success in crafting these particular pants, shoes, vest, hat, because they're actually quite challenging. If your tailoring skill isn't very high level, you don't have to worry about it. You just need the 3 attempts. I'm going to actually continue to craft until I get an actual success, so I can have one of each of the items, because I think they're pretty cool. The pants, the vests, the shoes, and the hat are all really super cool. So I end up actually crafting, not just attempts, but craft until I actually get a full success. And there you are right there, $13.99 for a vest, which is kind of cool. And I definitely want to wear that around, sport that around town, so to speak. I think one of the hardest parts of this particular beginning mission for the actual crafting of the clothing is coming up with and basically farming all of the types of crystals, the aragonite crystal, cat's eye, so on and so forth. There's so many crystals that you need to farm, and you need them in sufficient quantities to actually get these 3 attempts. So keep that in mind when you're doing this mission and you're preparing to do this mission. You're going to have to put a lot of legwork in up front to farm those crystals. If at any point you need more detailed information about this mission chain, you can come to Next Island Helper. Click on Mission Log at the top of the page and Latest Missions, and this will get you to the Haruspex V.I.P. mission and all of the details you'll need for that particular mission, except for, of course, what each blueprint requires to actually manufacture, tailor the particular clothing. So once you've finished all of your attempts at the 4 pieces of clothing, whether you got them completed, full successes or not, doesn't matter. 3 attempts at each of the 4 different things. You return to Flora, turn in your mission, and Flora's going to say, good work. You are now welcome to come into the camp here at the Haruspex V.I.P. area. Actually, if you try to enter before, it will just kick you back out towards the teleporter. And now there's a lot going on in here. I was going to go through and show you all of it, but I've decided you can explore this on your own once you complete that part of it. And I won't go into, like, you can go into each one of these particular caravans and see which NPC has what missions for you, but actually, Free is not the one that I'm going to talk to. Specifically, I want to come to the other caravan with the hunting specialist out front. You can see there's a couple of different things here, a couple of daily hunt missions that you gain access to from your Haruspex V.I.P. accomplishment. But Alv, this is the mining specialist, and this is what I'm looking for. I want to start the series of mining missions to be able to gain access to the new mining area here on Next Island. And it's going to be a bit of work. There are 8 parts to this mission, but I'm pretty certain I'm just going to go out and I'm going to do a lot of mining. So let's get to it. Let's see what needs to be done. So to start off, I'm going to couple the mine grinding with my daily multi-faction daily mission, and I always pick the mining aspect of that. So there are always other options, but mining is the thing that I like to do the most, and interestingly enough, get a hit right off the bat. You'll notice that there's no progress by just getting a hit. The progress you get actually stems from the extraction of the resource itself. So you got to dig it up to get any kind of little red progress bar while you're doing the mine grinding for the Haruspex mining mission. You can barely see it in the background there. It's very slowly progressing, turning red on part 1. So as you can see here, I have 45.44 PED worth of resources that I've extracted after my first 50 PED mining run, and that got me about 20% of the mine grinding part 1 of the progress bar. So what I need to do then is just get the first one done and see how that relates PED-wise to a full progress bar for Haruspex mine grinding. As always, I try to not do one mining mission at a time. I try to cross over as many mining missions as I possibly can, and when I'm around Orpheus's cave, I always couple the daily plutonium challenge with my mine grinding. It's always a smart move to get double credit whenever you can. Okay, so here I am, about to wrap up part 1 of mine grinding for the Haruspex mine grinding challenge, part 1 of 8. And you can see here of the runs 45, 44, 3591, 3510, 53.01, and 48.13 PED per 50 PED run. So I'm in the hole a little bit. Not too bad, actually. A good run. And then I've got 217.59, and we finish right here with another 80 Peckin plus Cerium. So that's a little over, that's like 221. But I'm thinking when I first started this that I may have made one particular drop that got me a few PED, so I'm guessing it's 225 PED for each part, but I need to confirm that. And whether or not it is exactly 225 PED, I don't think that it matters so much, as it matters that you see the progress comes from digging up the resources, and it's roughly 220 some odd PED per run. That's the most important part. So you can begin to plan what it's going to cost you and how much you're going to have to dig up. And then maybe if you get 95%, 85% return, what's your overall cost the entire time to finish all 8 parts? One of the other factors I think is really important here is claim size. Can you use an amplifier to speed up the process? And I think yes, I think that's absolutely going to be the case. I didn't try to use an amplifier, but I had this particular 85 PED crude oil global, and that really pushed me forward very, very quickly. Obviously it's 85 PED, so it counts toward the extraction of that particular resource, but I think using an amplifier, some sort like a D-class mining amplifier here on Next Island, might well speed up this process tremendously. Now, I don't want to make this video super long-winded and boring, just showing you me running around mining. That can be pretty awful. But suffice to say, I'm not quite done with part 2, and yet it all seems to be adding up to 225, or roughly thereabouts. So I think if each and every step is 225 PED of resources dug up or extracted, that is going to be 1,800 PED of resources that you'll need to dig up or extract here on Next Island to complete all 8 of the parts of the mine grinding. So that sort of level sets that expectation. Certainly, leave comments down in the comment section below on this video if you've seen something different, if you've tried a mining amplifier. I'll highlight those messages certainly as they come through, because I think other people are going to want to be seeing what's going on. And maybe this will help other people say, oh, I want to go to Next Island to get this started. And then that you don't have to do it all in one sitting. You can pass through, you could do a little bit at a time. And that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to do the next video on this topic when I finally complete all of the parts of this mission. And then I will highlight the new mining area and hopefully be able to go into depth on what resources are available there and so forth. It may take me a little while. As I said, at the beginning of the video, I'm gallivanting. I'm running around. I'm enjoying the Entropia universe. And I'm enjoying this Haruspex V.I.P. challenge quite a bit, because it adds another layer of crossover to all the missions here on Next Island for mining. So this has been a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll be doing a lot more mining here on Next Island. So thank you all for watching. I hope this was somewhat informative and valuable to you. Please leave comments down in the comment section, and if you haven't subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It helps me a lot. Thank you all for watching. This is Sturge signing off. Ciao.